What's up, y'all? Still out here at the range, as you can see behind me, trying to get a couple more jelly tests done before we head out for today. Got my contraption set up as always, got the chronograph, got 2 blocks of gel. Now I've done a couple of tests in this far block already, but we got a pretty nice clear front block here. A couple little pieces back in the back here, but that shouldn't interfere with what we're doing today. Because what we're doing today, headed back to 9mm. 9mm is probably, arguably, the most popular carry caliber right now, so we're going to be doing a bunch of 9s, of course. So we're back to another 9mm. This one today, we got 2 Winchester products here. We got the Winchester USA Ready Defense, and we got the Winchester Defender Elite. Both of these 9mm, both of them 124 grain, and both of them are plus P rated. So both plus P, 124 grains. Matter of fact, the ballistics on the back, the velocity, they both call for 1200 at the muzzle. Now, what we're running it out of today is the P365 with the 3-inch barrel. So we're probably not going to see that 1200 because I'm sure they're using a much longer barrel for that. But these are some pretty interesting rounds. If y'all aren't familiar, the USA Ready has that red polymer insert, supposed to prevent clogging was one thing. More consistent expansion is one of the benefits of it, supposedly. And the Defender, pretty interesting as well. It's actually a bonded jacket to hollow point, and it's segmented on the tip, so it's supposed to have really nice uniform expansion. So both of these rounds should be pretty interesting. As y'all know, the jelly always separates the good one from the bad one, so we're getting ready to find out what they all about today. So let me get this stuff out of the way and get y'all set up, and we'll get started. All right, y'all, as usual, let's get some speeds on these things. I'm gonna do 2 shots of these because I don't have many of these. I ain't wasting them up. So we're gonna do the Winchester USA Ready first, the ones with the little red polymer tips in them. So doing 2 round average unless something crazy happens, like we get a big spread, or obviously if it don't read. So let's see what these will do, y'all. 1145 and 1113, so not too bad out of this little 3-inch barrel. Let's check out that average. All right, so the 2 round average on the Winchester USA Readies was 1129 feet per second. So let's switch things up and let's check out those Defenders. All right, here we go with the Winchester Elite Defenders. We're gonna do a 2 round average on these two. I'll be honest with you, I'm expecting near the same speeds on these things because they look very comparable. They call them for the same speed on the box, same company. I imagine it's probably the same powder and everything in these things. So let's see what they'll do, y'all. $11.22. And 1158. Let's check out the average on that. All right, so the 2 round average on the Elite Defenders is 1140 feet per second. And if y'all remember on them USA Readies, it was 1129, so 11 feet per second difference is all there is in these. I figured they was going to be just about the same. So 11 feet per second difference shouldn't make any kind of difference as far as performance in the gel. So it should be all up to these rounds, up to these projectiles from what we see here. So let me get this stuff out of the way. Y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's plus P jelly time. We're going to start out with the Winchester USA Ready Defense first, the ones with the little red polymer tip in it. See what they'll do. Here we go, y'all. All right, look like a good hit. Pretty sure it stayed in. Let's go see what it did. All right, y'all, from what I can see so far, it looked like a pretty good performance on that. So we'll go check it out here in a second, of course. But before then, let's check out these Winchester Elite Defenders and see what they can do. We'll try to put it, above it, but we got plenty of room if I goof up and have to go again. Here we go, y'all. All right, let's a little bit above and to the left. I think it got up out of the way enough where we can see both of them. Let's go down there and check it out and see what it did. All right, y'all, looks like we got some good stuff going on down here from both of these rounds. So right on top of each other, the bottom one was the USA Ready. You can see the little red insert came out right there. The round stopped right here. Looks like it's actually backwards, but it is expanded. The Winchester, or the Winchester Elite Defender is on the top. Come in right there, come all the way out, and it definitely penetrated more, and it's also expanded really well. We'll pull them here in a second, check them out, but I can tell you both of those rounds expanded well. Both of these rounds have absolutely fantastic wound channels. They look about the same, but the Winchester, the Elite Defender, looks a little bit bigger on the wound channel on that, and obviously it carried further. And this was with both, y'all saw, what was it, 11 feet per second difference in the speed, almost identical speed. So I would say this is all projectile going on here. So the Elite Defender definitely got it in penetration, but let me see what the exact measurement is on these. So for penetration, the USA Ready actually stopped right at 12.5 inches. So the USA Ready, that's the one with the red polymer tip, 12.5 inches. The Winchester Elite Defender actually poked just into that second block, just maybe 1/8 of an inch into the second block, and then rebounded back to right at 15 3/4. So pretty much 16 inches of penetration out of that Defender Elite. Give y'all a little overhead of the wound channels. On the top, the Defender Elite. On the bottom, the USA Ready. As you can see, they're actually pretty much the same. Those wound channels are very hard to tell any difference in those. And then you can see there, like I said, the USA Ready's there. It's actually spun around backwards. I don't know if you'll be able to see with this lighting, but it's spun around backwards. The Elite Defender, again, poked out just a little bit into that second block and then came back short of this one. So very nice stuff what I'm seeing right here, but let me pull these projectiles and let's take a look at them. All right, y'all, let's take a look at what we got here with these projectiles. So got the USA Ready on the left, the Elite Defender on the right. What I can tell you from looking at them without doing any measurements yet is they both expanded really nice. This USA Ready looks more like a critical defense type, or just a standard type of expanding hollow point. This Winchester Elite Defender really reminds me of a cross between the T-Series and an HST. If you know what I mean, it's got these little spurs that folded back because of the way it's segmented, and expansion is really nice, and it's got almost that star flowery type of look to it that the T-Series and the HST has. This right here is a very impressive looking projectile. I'm really surprised and impressed by this Winchester Defender. You know, I didn't think it was a super cheap round, but I just thought it was just kind of a basic hollow point, nothing that would be really impressive. I've had these for quite a while, but this thing looks really impressive, y'all. Now granted, this USA Ready, it looks absolutely fantastic as well. There's, you know, both of these would definitely do the job there. That being said, this one opened up and it's maybe a little bit bigger. We'll take some measurements here to make sure, but it definitely got more penetration, so that's very impressive as well. But let's take a weight on these things. I can tell you that the USA Ready left a couple of pieces of lead behind, so let's see what we got. All right, so both of these started out as 124 grains, so let's see what we got going here. So the USA Ready looks like about 118.2. Like I said, I knew it left some pieces of lead behind. Then the Elite Defender is 123.8, so very little loss at all from that Elite Defender. And I knew I can't see any kind of pieces from the Elite Defender, but I can see a couple pieces from this USA Ready, so I figured that was the case. Now, as far as expansion on them, the USA Ready, looking at 0.58, 6, 0.57. That looks like the biggest point right there, 0.59. Right here is 0.56. Now the Elite Defender, let's see, looks like the biggest point maybe right here, looking at 0.660, 0.59. This one's a pretty big expansion, 0.59, 0.60. Actually, this looks like the biggest point right here, 0.649. So it definitely opened up a little bigger than the USA Ready. Not a whole lot, but definitely is bigger. 0.57, so definitely a little bit bigger. But looks like we found a couple of good rounds out of this test. I'm kind of surprised at both of them, to be honest with you. Really surprised at this Elite Defender. This is a fantastic round right here. USA Ready's no slouch. I'd like to see a few more inches of penetration out of this USA Ready, but the Elite Defender had it all. I mean, the excellent penetration, fantastic expansion. I really like the style of this opened up hollow point. That looks really, really super nice to me. So I'm definitely impressed by this. But let me know what y'all's thoughts are down in the comments on these two rounds. All right, y'all, another good jelly test in the books. On this one here, I feel like we found a couple more good 9mm defensive rounds for sure. Both of these actually surprised me because they're not really that expensive of a round. I can't, right off the top of my head, I can't remember the cost on these, but I want to say they were both pretty much about the same cost. Both of them did a great job, great wound channel, excellent expansion on them. The penetration, the USA Ready, like I said, I'd like to see a few more inches out of that, but that Elite Defender, absolutely fantastic penetration as well as fantastic expansion. Either one of these rounds I think would be a fine choice for self-defense out of a 9mm. Now, if I'm picking one, I'm going with that Elite Defender without a doubt. That thing had the penetration, it had the expansion, and like I said, it really reminded me of the way it expanded of those T-Series or a HST even, kind of a cross between the two of them. Y'all let me know down in the comments though what y'all think about these two rounds. Were you impressed by them? Have you used these? Does anybody out there carry these, or have you thought about carrying them? Let me know down in the comments what y'all's thoughts are. If you enjoy the video, as always, make sure you hit that thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification icon down below. That way when I upload these videos, you can possibly get notified, hopefully a better chance by hitting the bell, and you can jump right on them and check them out, and I really appreciate that. Check my Amazon affiliate storefront link down in the description like I always ask. If you shop through Amazon anyway, hit that link up first. From there, it takes you right through the regular Amazon site like normal. It doesn't cost you any extra money whatsoever, and we do get a kickback from Amazon for anything you buy off the site after you go through that link first. So I greatly appreciate that. Appreciate all my Range Gang members who reached down and hit that join button like I always tell y'all. That helps out, and I really, really thank y'all for that. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all who watches my videos, thumbs up, subscribes, and leave me comments down below. Let me know what you think about these two rounds. Got plenty more stuff I filmed out here today, and it's already been filmed, so it's coming y'all's way, so be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see y'all soon.